Hello and welcome to Sudoku Pro. This is a 3-star puzzle from today's Hindu. Let's get started. Let's start with the central block. There are 3 numbers missing, 2, 1 and 7. There is a 1 in column 6 and a 1 in column 4 which are blocking these 2 cells. So E5 takes 1. There is a 2 blocking this cell, so F4 takes 2 and D6 takes 7. Let's try to find all the 4s across the puzzle. Now you have a 4 in G row which blocks these 3 cells. There is a 4 in I row which blocks these 2 cells. There is a 4 in column 5 which blocks these 2 cells. So that leaves with H4 with 4. Now if you analyze the A row, A2 is blocked by a 4 in column 2. A4 is blocked by a 4 here in H row. A5 is blocked by this 4. A7 is blocked by this 4. So that leaves with A3 with 4. If you analyze E row, E2 is blocked by this 4 here, then E3 is blocked by a 4 here, E7 is blocked by a 4 here, so E8 is the only cell where 4 can be. Now this 4 blocks this cell and this 4 blocks these 2 cells in the third block, and so B9 takes 4. Now this 4 blocks these 2 cells. This 4 in A row blocks these 2 cells. There is a 4 in column 5 and a 4 in column 4. So C6 takes 4. Similarly here, this 4 in E row blocks these 2 cells. This 4 in F row blocks these 3 cells. There is a 4 in column 3 and a 4 in column 2. So D1 takes 4. Let's try to fill row B. There is a 7 in A row which blocks these 2 cells B1 and B2. There is a 7 in column 6 which blocks B6. So B5 takes 7. There is a 2 in column 1 which blocks B1. There is a 2 in column 6 that blocks B6. So B2 takes 2. There is a 6 in column 6 that blocks B6 here. So the only remaining number is 8. So B6 takes 8 and B1 takes 6. Let's try to fill column 4. In column 4 there are 3 empty cells and the missing numbers are 3, 6 and 7. If you take C4, it is blocked by 3, 3 and 7. So C4 takes 6, A4 takes 3 and G4 takes 7. In the second block, the missing numbers are 5 and 2. In A row, there is a 2 here. So A5 takes 5 and C5 takes 2. In A row, the missing numbers are 6 and 9. You have a 6 here in the first block. So A2 takes 9 and A7 takes 6. Let's try to fill column 1. You have a 1 here in block 1 which blocks C1. There is a 1 here in the 7th block which blocks H1. So F1 is the only cell where 1 can be. Now there are 2 cells left and the missing numbers are 5 and 8. There is a 5 blocking here. So H1 takes 8 and C1 takes 5. In H row, there are 3 empty cells and the missing numbers are 7, 3 and 6. There is a 7 in column 9 which blocks this cell. And there is a 7 here in the 8th block which blocks this cell. So H8 takes 7 and rest of the 2 cells will take 3, 6 pair. In the first block, the only missing number is 8. In the third block, there are 2 empty cells and the missing numbers are 7 and 9. There is a 7 in column 8 blocking here. So C8 takes 9 and C7 takes 7. In row E, there are 3 empty cells and the missing numbers are 2, 6 and 8. There is a 2 and 8 blocking in column 2. So E2 takes 6 and rest of the 2 cells will take 2, 8 pair. In the 7th block, the missing numbers are 5, 6 and 7. There is a 7 here in G row which is blocking these 2 cells. So I3 takes 7. The remaining numbers are 5 and 6. There is a 6 blocking in column 2. So G2 takes 5 and G3 takes 6. In I row, let's try to fill the I row. So you have 5 blocking these 2 cells and there is a 5 here in column 5 which blocks this cell. So I6 takes 5. You have a 9 blocking I5 and there is a 9 here in column 8 which blocks I8. So I7 takes 9. Now the remaining numbers are 2 and 6. There is a 2 here which blocks this cell, that is I5. So I8 takes 2 and I5 takes 6. So this 6 cancels out the 6 here. So H5 becomes 3 and H9 becomes 6. In the 9th block, the missing numbers are 1 and 3. There is a 1 in column 9. So G9 takes 3 and G8 takes 1. The missing numbers in the 8th block are 8 and 9. There is a 9 blocking in column 5. So G5 takes 8 and G6 takes 9. In column 9, the missing numbers are 5 and 9. There is 9 here in D row. So D9 takes 5 and F9 takes 9. In column 8, the missing numbers are 6 and 3. There is a 6 in F row. So F8 takes 3 and D8 takes 6. In column 2, the missing numbers are 7 and 3. There is a 7 in D row. So D2 takes 3 and DF2 takes 7. In column 3, there are 3 missing numbers. They are 5, 2 and 8. You have 8 and 5 blocking. So T3 takes 2. So E3 takes 8 and 5 goes in F3. In the F row, the missing number is 8. That cancels out the 8 here. So E7 becomes 2 and the missing number in D row is 1.